I found my childhood in trash bags. Not metaphorically, literally. Black hefty bags lined up against the garage wall like body bags, stuffed with everything that used to make my room mine. My name is Trinity, and I'm 27 years old. Old enough to know better than to expect anything from my family, but apparently not old enough to stop hoping. Oh, you're home early. My mother stood in my bedroom doorway. Correction, what used to be my bedroom, holding an armful of my old debate team trophies. She didn't even have the decency to look guilty. We were going to tell you at dinner. Tell me what? I watched her dump the trophies into another bag. The plastic cracked. That you're throwing away my stuff? We're not throwing it away. We're storing it. She smoothed her hair, that automatic gesture she does when she's about to say something she knows will hurt. Kaya needs this room for the nursery. The words hung there like a slap I saw coming but couldn't dodge. Kaya lives across town with Riley. Well, she'll be staying here more often once the baby comes. You know how hard those first few months are. Mom picked up my old journal from the nightstand. Didn't even ask, just tossed it in the bag. Besides, you're barely here anyway. You're at work most of the time. I live here, Mom. This is my room. Trinity. She sighed like I was being difficult, like I was the problem. Don't be selfish. Your sister is starting a family. This is a big moment for her. The front door slammed downstairs. Kaya's voice echoed up, bright and sharp. Mom, did you get the paint samples I texted you? My sister appeared in the doorway, all glossy hair and that smile she wears like armor. She looked at me, then at the bags, and had the audacity to seem surprised. Oh, you're here. She touched her barely there baby bump. I thought you worked late on Thursdays. I do, usually. I stared at her. Kaya, this is my room. I know, and I'm sorry, but she glanced at Mom, who nodded encouragingly. We really need the space. The upstairs room is bigger anyway. You'll have more privacy up there. The upstairs room. The one with the slanted ceiling and the window that doesn't close all the way. The one we used to store Christmas decorations and Dad's old golf clubs. You're kicking me out of my childhood bedroom for a baby that isn't even born yet. No one's kicking you out? Mom's voice sharpened. We're making reasonable accommodations for your sister's needs. You're being dramatic. Kaya put her hand on my arm. I flinched. She noticed but didn't move it. Trin, please, I need you to be okay with this. Her eyes went wide, that puppy dog look that's always worked on our parents. You're going to be an aunt. Isn't that exciting? I looked at her hand on my arm, looked at the engagement ring Riley gave her, the same Riley who used to tell me I was the only person who really understood him. And I remembered. 3 years ago, winter, 2 in the morning. Kaya crying in my dorm room, mascara running, begging me not to tell anyone what she'd done. Please, Trinity, please, it was a mistake. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. If you tell Riley, if you tell Mom and Dad, it'll destroy everything. Please. I'd kept her secret, swallowed my pain, watched my relationship implode from the inside while she played innocent. And now, here she was, pregnant with his baby, wearing his ring, taking my room. Yeah, I said quietly. Exciting. Mom smiled, relieved. Good. I knew you'd understand. Can you start moving your things upstairs this weekend? Sure. They left me standing there. I heard them downstairs laughing about paint colors. Sage green or dusty blue. Like this was normal. Like I didn't matter. I walked to the garage, stared at those trash bags. My trophies, my journals, my life reduced to garbage. Something cold settled in my chest. Something that had been building for years, waiting. I pulled out my phone, texted Eliana. We need to talk. It's time. Then I looked at those bags again and smiled. She doesn't even know what's coming. Eliana showed up at my apartment 20 minutes later with Thai food and wine. Okay. She kicked off her shoes and settled on my couch. What happened? I told her. Everything. The bags, the nursery, Mom's casual cruelty, Kaya's fake sympathy. Jesus Christ. Eliana poured wine into 2 mugs because I still hadn't unpacked my actual glasses. They really just decided you don't matter. Story of my life. No. She pointed at me. Story of your life so far. You texted me. It's time. Does that mean what I think it means? I pulled up a photo on my phone, showed her. 3 years old, but crystal clear. Kaya and Riley outside a bar near campus, his hand on her waist, her lips on his neck. I took this the night before she came to my dorm crying. I swiped to the next photo. This is from 2 weeks earlier. And this one. Holy shit. You've had these the whole time? I have more than photos. I opened my laptop, pulled up a folder I'd labeled recipes but had password protected. Inside, screenshots, text messages, a video Kaya had sent me, drunk, rambling about how Riley was so hot and how she couldn't help herself. And the recording. The big one. Her confession, sobbing in my dorm room at 2 a.m. I was drunk, Trin, so drunk. And he was there, and you guys had been fighting, and I don't know what I was thinking. Please don't hate me. Please don't tell anyone. It was one time, just once. I swear. Eliana's eyes went wide. You recorded her? She knew. I told her I was recording. She begged me to delete it. I paused the audio. I told her I did. Trinity Douglas, you beautiful, vindictive genius. I'm not. Yes, you are, and you should be. Eliana grabbed my hand. Do you know how many times I've watched you shrink yourself for them? How many family dinners where your mom praised Kaya for breathing while you sat there with a master's degree and a promotion nobody acknowledged? El. No. Listen to me. You kept this secret for 3 years. You let Kaya steal your boyfriend, lie about it, and then date him openly while you pretended to be okay. You let your family treat you like furniture. And now they're literally throwing your stuff in trash bags. I pulled my hand back. So what do I do? You burn it down. She leaned forward. All of it. You show everyone who Kaya really is. They won't believe me. They will if you have proof. She gestured at my laptop. And you have a whole folder of it. My phone buzzed. Mom, in the family group chat. Kaya's baby shower is May 15th. Everyone mark your calendars. Trinity will need your help with setup. Kaya replied immediately. Can't wait. Riley and I are so blessed. Riley added a heart emoji. I stared at the screen until it blurred. They're having a baby shower. Perfect. Eliana's smile was sharp. Public. Lots of witnesses. Maximum damage. That's. What? Too far? They kicked you out of your childhood bedroom for a baby that isn't even here yet. Kaya slept with your boyfriend and lied about it. Your mom called you selfish for having feelings. How much more are you supposed to take? I thought about those trash bags, about mom tossing my journal away like garbage, about Kaya's hand on my arm, fake concern dripping from every word. I need to think about this. No, you need to do this. Eliana pulled up the calendar on her phone. May 15th. That's 6 weeks away. Plenty of time to plan. Plan what exactly? A slideshow, a speech, something that makes it impossible for them to ignore what she did. She looked at me. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life being invisible. My phone buzzed again. Kaya texting me privately. Thanks for being so cool about the room. I knew you'd understand. You're the best, big sister. I showed Eliana the message. Oh, fuck that, she said. I opened my laptop again, looked at that folder, all that evidence, all that proof. Okay, I said quietly. Let's do it. Yeah? Yeah. I took a long drink of wine. But we do it right. No mistakes. No way for her to talk her way out of it. Eliana grinned. Now you're talking. First step, we need to know exactly who's coming to this shower. Guest list, seating chart, everything. Mom will have all that? Can you get access? I thought about it. She keeps everything in her planner, the one she leaves on the kitchen counter. Perfect. What else? I pulled up Riley's Instagram. He'd posted a photo yesterday. Him and Kaya at dinner, her hand on her stomach, both of them glowing. The caption, can't wait to start this next chapter with my beautiful fiance. 43 comments, all congratulations, all love. I need him to admit it, I said. On record, recent. So they can't say it was just old drama. Think you can get him to talk? I looked at that photo again, at his smile, at the way he looked at Kaya like she was everything, the way he used to look at me. Yeah, I said. I can get him to talk. The next 3 weeks were a masterclass in playing pretend. I helped Mom address shower invitations, smiled while Kaya showed me onesies covered in ducks, nodded when Dad asked if I'd moved all my stuff upstairs yet. Almost done, I lied. I hadn't moved a single box. The guest list was easy to photograph. Mom left her planner open while she went to answer the door. 63 people, half of them I barely knew, all of them about to witness something they'd never forget. Trinity, can you come help me with the centerpieces? Kaya called from the dining room. I found her surrounded by mason jars and fake flowers. Pinterest explosion. What do you think? Lavender or peach? Lavender. Really? I was leaning peach. She held up both. Riley likes peach. Then why ask me? She laughed like I'd made a joke. You're so funny. Hey, I wanted to ask, would you be okay giving a little speech at the shower? Just something sweet about us growing up together? A speech. Yeah, Mom thought it would be nice, the big sister welcoming the new baby. She touched my arm again, that thing she does. It would mean a lot to me. I looked at her hand, at her ring, at her face, so open and trusting. Sure, I said. I'd love to. Perfect. Nothing too long, just a few minutes. She went back to her flowers. Oh, and wear something nice. We're doing a lot of photos. Of course. That night, I messaged Riley on Instagram. Casual, friendly. Hey, random question. Do you still have that old hoodie of mine? The gray one? Pretty sure I left it at your place years ago. He responded in 10 minutes. Trinity? Wow, hey, been a while. I think I might. Want me to look? If it's not too much trouble, I know it's weird to ask. No, it's cool. How have you been? Good. Busy. You? Amazing. Kaya's pregnant. Don't know if you heard. I heard. Congrats. Thanks. It's wild. Never thought I'd be a dad. I stared at that message. Let it sit. Yeah. Wild. Hey, I've been meaning to say, I'm glad there's no weirdness between us. With everything that happened. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. What do you mean? 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Just, you know, the breakup, how it ended. I always felt bad about how things went down. Why? Come on, Trin. You know why. Do I? The dots took longer this time. I wasn't great to you at the end. I was confused. And then when Kaya and I started talking, when did you start talking? I don't know. A while after we broke up, maybe a few months? Be honest, Riley. The dots stopped. 5 minutes passed. Then, okay, look, it was before. I know that. But we were fighting so much and she was there and I fucked up. I'm not proud of it. Screenshot. Saved. Does Kaya know you think of it as fucking up? That's not what I meant. What did you mean? I meant I should have ended things with you first, before anything happened with her. That was shitty of me. Screenshot. Saved. So you cheated. Trinity, come on. That was 3 years ago. We've all moved on. Have we? Haven't you? I waited, let him sweat. Yeah, I have. Just wanted to make sure we were on the same page. We are. And hey, thanks for being cool about everything. Kaya was worried you'd hate her. Why would I hate her? Sister code or whatever, but you're better than that. I smiled at my phone. Yeah, I am. Sunday dinner at my parents' house was mandatory. Always had been. Kaya and Riley sat across from me, playing the perfect couple. He cut her chicken. She laughed at his jokes. Mom beamed. So, Trinity. Dad passed the potatoes. How's work? Good. We landed a new client last week. That's nice. He turned to Riley. How's the contracting business? And just like that, I disappeared again. Vanessa, Mom's friend from book club, was there too. She'd been invited to the shower, and Mom wanted to coordinate details. Trinity, honey. Vanessa caught me in the kitchen while I was refilling water glasses. You doing okay? Fine. Why? You just seem quiet. I'm always quiet. True. She lowered her voice. Can I tell you something? Off the record? I nodded. I've known your mother since college, and I've watched her do this same thing with you girls that her mother did to her and her sister. Do what? Pick a favorite. Make the other one fight for scraps. Vanessa glanced toward the dining room. Your mom was the scrap fighter. I think she promised herself she'd never pick favorites with her own kids. Well, she broke that promise. I know. And I'm sorry. Vanessa squeezed my shoulder. For what it's worth, I see you. And I think you're remarkable. Thanks. Also, she smiled. I heard Kaya talking to Riley in the driveway earlier. Something about how you don't know about the thing that happened and they need to keep it that way. My heart stopped. What thing? No idea. But the way she said it, Vanessa raised her eyebrows, sounded juicy. I watched her walk back to the dining room, heard Kaya's laugh echo through the house. That night, I added Vanessa's name to a special list in my phone. Title: Allies. Population: 2. Eliana spread the screenshots across my coffee table like evidence at a crime scene. This is good, really good. She tapped Riley's confession. He admits to cheating, admits it happened before you broke up, admits Kaya was involved. Is it enough? With the photos, the recording? Trinity, this is a nuclear bomb. She looked up at me. Question is, are you ready to detonate it? I picked up my phone, scrolled through Mom's latest texts, all about the shower, tablecloths, cake flavors, whether we should do mimosas or just sparkling cider since Kaya couldn't drink. Not one question about how I was doing. Yeah, I said, I'm ready. Good, because I have an idea. Eliana pulled out her laptop. Kaya asked you to give a speech, right? Right. Perfect. We make a slideshow to go with it. Sweet sister stuff at first, baby photos, childhood memories, then she grinned. Then we show them who she really is. Mom will be controlling the laptop. So we give her two files, one labeled Kaya Shower Final, that's all the sweet stuff. One labeled Kaya Shower Backup, that's the real one. Eliana started typing. You just need to make sure the backup is what actually plays. How? Leave that to me. I work in IT, remember? She cracked her knuckles. We'll set it up so the backup file autoplays at a specific time. Your mom won't even know until it's too late. I watched her work, watched the plan take shape. Elle, what if this ruins everything? Everything's already ruined, you're just making it visible. Dad found me in the garage 2 days later. I was sitting on a box of my old stuff, holding my high school yearbook. Hey, kiddo. He sat down next to me. What you doing out here? Just looking at old pictures. He peered over my shoulder. God, you were so young. Feels like yesterday. Does it? Sure does. He pointed at a photo of me and Kaya at my graduation. You two were inseparable back then. I stared at the photo, at Kaya's arm around my shoulders, at my smile, genuine and unguarded. Dad, can I ask you something? Shoot. Do you think I'm selfish? He blinked. What? No. Why would you think that? Mom said I was, when she told me about the nursery. Oh, he rubbed his neck. Trinity, your mom didn't mean. Yes, she did. Silence. He looked at the concrete floor. Your sister's going through a big transition right now. Your mom's just trying to help her. What about me? What about you? I'm going through stuff too, but nobody asks, nobody cares. That's not true, isn't it? I closed the yearbook. When's the last time you asked me how I'm doing? Really asked? He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. I'm asking now. Now? After you let mom throw my stuff in trash bags? After you gave my room away without even talking to me first? I stood up. I'm not okay, Dad. I haven't been okay for a long time. But nobody notices because Kaya's always center stage. Trinity, forget it. I walked toward the door. Don't rock the boat, right? That's what you always say. Wait. He followed me. Look, I know things haven't been fair. I know your mom can be focused on Kaya, but that doesn't mean we don't love you. Love isn't enough if it's invisible. I left him standing there. The slideshow took 4 days to perfect. Eliana and I worked every night after work, selecting photos, timing transitions, embedding the audio files. This one. Eliana pointed at a picture of Kaya and Riley from his Instagram. Right before this, we show the photo you took of them together. Same outfits, same night, same lie. She'll say the timestamp is wrong. Can't. I'm embedding the metadata. Eliana's fingers flew across the keyboard. Every photo will show date, time, location. Irrefutable. My phone buzzed. Kaya. Can you come over? Need help assembling the diaper cake for the shower. Mom's useless at this stuff. Lol, I showed Eliana. Go, she said. Play nice. Keep her comfortable. This feels wrong. She slept with your boyfriend and took your room. Nothing about this is wrong. Kaya's apartment smelled like vanilla candles and fresh paint. She'd already started decorating the nursery, soft yellows and whites, a crib that probably cost more than my car. Isn't it perfect? She spun around, hands on her tiny bump. Riley built the crib himself. Great. You okay? You seem off. Just tired. We sat on her living room floor, rolling diapers and securing them with ribbon. Mindless work. Trin, can I tell you something? Kaya didn't look up. I'm scared. Of what? Being a mom. Messing it up. What if I'm not good at it? You'll be fine. Mom will help you. I don't want to be like mom. She finally looked at me. I don't want to play favorites. I don't want my kids to feel like one matters more than the other. The irony was so thick I could taste it. Then don't, I said simply. Do you think I'm a good person? I met her eyes, held them. I think you're about to find out. She laughed, confused. What does that mean? Nothing. Just motherhood changes people. You'll see. We finished the diaper cake in silence. When I left, she hugged me at the door. Love you, sis. I didn't say it back. In my car, I texted Eliana. Slideshow ready? Ready? You? I looked back at Kaya's apartment, at the warm light in the windows, at the life she'd built on my broken pieces. Ready. May 15th arrived with perfect weather, sunny, 72 degrees, the kind of day people call blessed. I wore the red dress, the one from that formal junior year when Riley told me I looked like fire. It still fit perfectly. Eliana picked me up at noon. You look like you're going to war, she said. I am. Good. She handed me a flash drive. Backup plan. If something goes wrong with the autoplay, plug this into any USB port. It'll override everything. I slipped it into my clutch. Mom's backyard had been transformed. White balloons everywhere, a banner that said, Oh baby, in gold letters. Tables covered in pastel linens, a gift table already overflowing. 63 people, all dressed in spring colors, all smiling. Trinity! Mom rushed over, clipboard in hand. Finally, I need you to check the seating chart. And the caterer is asking about the timeline. Where have you been? Getting ready. She looked at my dress. Her smile tightened. That's what you're wearing? Problem? It's just very red. This is Kaya's day. We don't want to pull focus. I'll try to be invisible. I'm good at that. Mom's eyes narrowed, but Vanessa appeared before she could respond. And the photographer is here, needs to know where you want family photos. Vanessa caught my eye, winked. Mom hurried off. Nice dress, Vanessa said quietly. Very statement making. That's the idea. Whatever you're planning, I hope it's spectacular. It will be. Guests started arriving. Aunts I hadn't seen in years. Mom's book club friends, Kaya's sorority sisters, Riley's mom who'd never liked me anyway. Kaya arrived at 1 o'clock sharp. White dress, flower crown, glowing like she'd swallowed the sun. Everyone applauded. Riley followed behind her, carrying gift bags. He saw me and froze just for a second, then smiled. Trinity. Hey, you look. Wow. Thanks. That dress is familiar. Should be. You bought it. His smile faltered. Kaya appeared at his elbow. Trin, you made it. She hugged me, pulled back. Love the dress. So bold. Thought I'd make an effort. Well, you look amazing. Come on, we need pictures. The next hour was performance art, smiling for cameras, watching Kaya open gifts, listening to people gush about how perfect everything was. Mom kept shooting me looks, checking if I was behaving. I was the picture of a supportive sister. At 2:30, Mom clinked her glass. Everyone, If we could gather around, Trinity has prepared a special slideshow for Kaya. Let's all watch together. People moved toward the projection screen they'd set up near the patio. Kaya sat in the seat of honor, Riley beside her, hand on her knee. Mom fiddled with the laptop. Trinity, which file is it? The backup one, I said clearly. The final one wasn't loading right this morning. Oh, okay. She clicked it open. Everyone ready? The screen lit up. Soft music started playing. A photo of baby Kaya appeared, then one of us together as kids. Ah, someone cooed. More photos, birthday parties, Christmas mornings, school plays, all the sweet memories. Kaya wiped her eyes. Trin, this is beautiful. I stood near the back, phone recording, Eliana beside me. 30 seconds, she whispered. The music changed. Subtle at first. The photos shifted. Me and Riley at that formal. My red dress. His arm around me. Both of us laughing. Kaya's smile faded. What? Another photo. Riley and me at graduation. Kissing. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Then the photo I'd taken. Riley and Kaya outside that bar. His hand on her waist. Her lips on his neck. The timestamp appeared. March 15th, 2021. Oh my God, someone whispered. Another photo. Same night. Different angle. Kaya's hand in Riley's back pocket. Kaya stood up. Turn it off. But Mom was frozen, staring at the screen. A screenshot appeared. Riley's Instagram messages to me from last month. I wasn't great to you at the end. I was confused. And then, when Kaya and I started talking, okay, look, it was before. I know that. But we were fighting so much, and she was there, and I fucked up. The crowd gasped. Turn it off! Kaya screamed. The screen went black. Then audio started playing. Kaya's voice, crying, 3 years ago. I was drunk, Trin. So drunk. And he was there, and you guys had been fighting, and I don't know what I was thinking. Please don't hate me. Please don't tell anyone. It was one time. Just once. I swear. Silence. Complete, suffocating silence. Then my voice on the recording. You slept with my boyfriend. I know, I'm so sorry. Please, Trinity, please, if you tell Riley, if you tell Mom and Dad, it'll destroy everything. The audio stopped. 63 people stared at Kaya. She stared at me. You said you deleted that. I smiled. Calm, collected. I lied. You. Her face went red. You bitch! You fucking bitch! Kaya, Mom found her voice. Language! She just ruined my baby shower. No, I stepped forward. You ruined my relationship, my trust, my life. I just made sure everyone knew about it. Riley stood up, pale. Kaya, you told me she knew. You said Trinity was fine with us dating. You said, oh, shut up, Riley. Kaya whirled on him. You knew exactly what you were doing. I thought, you thought nothing. You wanted her, then you wanted me, and you took what you wanted. The crowd shifted, uncomfortable, shocked. Mom grabbed my arm. Trinity, outside, now. No. Excuse me? I pulled my arm free. I'm done taking orders from you. I'm done being invisible. I'm done pretending this family isn't broken. You're being dramatic. Am I? I gestured at the screen. Or am I finally being honest? Vanessa started clapping. Slow, deliberate, one person, then another, then Eliana. Not everyone, but enough. Kaya burst into tears and ran inside. Riley looked at me. Why now, after all this time? I met his eyes. Because she took my room. Then I walked away. I made it to the driveway before Mom caught up. Get back here right now. No. She grabbed my wrist, hard. You just humiliated your sister in front of 60 people. You ruined the most important day of her life. She ruined mine first. I yanked free. 3 years ago, but nobody cared about that. That was between you and Riley. It had nothing to do with. It had everything to do with Kaya. My voice cracked. She slept with my boyfriend. She lied about it. She cried and begged me to keep her secret, and I did. I protected her, like I always do. So this is revenge? This is you being petty? This is me being done. Dad appeared on the porch. Trinity, come inside. Let's talk about this calmly. There's nothing to talk about. Yes, there is. He walked down the steps. You're upset. We understand. But this isn't the way to handle it. What is the way, Dad? Huh? I laughed, bitter. Should I have come to you 3 years ago, told you what Kaya did? Would you have believed me? He didn't answer. That's what I thought. Trinity. Mom's voice shook. You've always been jealous of your sister. Always. Since you were children. She's prettier, more social, more. More what? More loved? I stepped closer. Say it, Mom. Say what you've always thought. That Kaya's better than me, that she deserves more, that I should be grateful for scraps. That's not. You gave her my room, my childhood bedroom, for a baby that isn't even born yet. You threw my stuff in trash bags like it was garbage, like I was garbage. We needed the space. No, Kaya wanted the space, and you gave it to her, like you give her everything. I looked at both of them. When's the last time you asked about my life, my job, my feelings? When's the last time I mattered? Silence. Behind them, guests were leaving. Awkward goodbyes, whispered conversations. Riley's mom dragged him to their car, hissing something I couldn't hear. Kaya appeared in the doorway, mascara streaked, eyes red. I hope you're happy, she said. I'm not, but at least I'm honest. You're cruel. You're vindictive. I'm what you made me. I walked toward her. You took Riley. You lied about it. You let me fall apart while you played innocent. And then you had the audacity to get engaged to him, to get pregnant, to take my room, to ask me to give a speech celebrating you. I said I was sorry. You said you were sorry when you thought I'd keep protecting you, when you thought I'd stay quiet forever. I stopped at the bottom of the steps, but I'm done being quiet. Riley and I love each other. Riley loves whoever's convenient. And you love being chosen. I looked at her stomach. That baby's going to grow up with a mother who steals and a father who cheats. Congratulations. She slapped me. The sound echoed. My cheek stung. Mom gasped. Kaya! Don't. Kaya pointed at Mom. Don't defend her. Not after what she just did. I touched my face. Smiled. Feel better? Fuck you, Trinity. There it is. The real Kaya. Not the sweet little sister, not the perfect daughter, just a selfish person who takes what she wants and cries when there are consequences. Riley appeared behind her. Kaya, we should go. Don't touch me. She shoved him. This is your fault. You and your guilty conscience. Why did you have to message her? Why did you have to admit anything? You told me she knew. You said, I lied, Riley. Obviously, I lied. She laughed, hysterical. God, you're so stupid. You've always been so stupid. Kaya. No, I'm done. I'm done with all of this. She looked at me. You want to know the truth? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry I slept with Riley. I'm not sorry I lied. Because you know what? You were boring. You were safe. You were everything I never wanted to be. Kaya, stop. Mom reached for her. Why? She gets to tell the truth, but I don't? Kaya's voice rose. Fine. Truth time. I slept with Riley because I could. Because he wanted me more than he wanted you. Because it felt good to win for once. Win what? Everything. Your boyfriend. Your room. Mom and Dad's attention. Everything you thought made you special. She wiped her eyes, smearing mascara further. And the best part? You let me. You kept my secret. You made it so easy. The words hit like bullets. Dad stepped forward. Kaya, that's enough. Is it? Because Trinity just destroyed my baby shower, my relationship, my life, but I'm supposed to be the bad guy? You are the bad guy, Vanessa said from the driveway. Everyone turned. She stood there, purse over her shoulder, keys in hand. I've watched this family for 20 years. Watched Anne pit you girls against each other. Watched Trinity shrink herself to nothing while Kaya took and took and took. She looked at Mom. This is your fault. You created this. Vanessa, stay out of. No, someone needs to say it. Vanessa walked closer. Trinity didn't ruin today. She just stopped pretending. And honestly, good for her. She squeezed my shoulder as she passed. Call me if you need anything. Then she left. More guests filtered out. Some avoided eye contact, others nodded at me, small gestures of support. Eliana waited by her car. I walked toward her. Trinity, Dad called. Where are you going? Away from here. We're not done talking about this. I stopped, turned around. Yes, we are. I'm done talking. I'm done explaining. I'm done begging you to see me. I looked at all three of them. Enjoy the nursery. Then I got in Eliana's car, and we drove away. Eliana drove us to her apartment. Didn't ask where I wanted to go. Just drove. I stared out the window, watched the suburbs blur past. Say something, she finally said. I slapped my sister back without touching her. You did more than that. You nuked her from orbit. Eliana glanced at me. How do you feel? I don't know. Trinity? I don't know. My voice broke. I thought I'd feel vindicated, powerful, something, but I just feel empty. That's normal. Is it? You just blew up your entire family. Empty is probably the healthiest response. She pulled into her parking spot. Come on, wine and bad TV. Doctor's orders. We made it through half a bottle before my phone started ringing. Dad. Declined. Mom. Declined. Kaya. Declined. Then texts started flooding in. Mom. We need to talk about your behavior. This is unacceptable. Dad. Please come home. Let's discuss this like adults. Kaya. I hope you're proud of yourself. Riley left. The wedding's off. Happy now? I showed Eliana the last one. Oh shit. He actually left her? Apparently. Good, he's a cheating asshole. She refilled my glass. What are you going to do? About what? All of it. Your family, your living situation, your. My phone rang again. Unknown number. I answered. Hello? Trinity? It's Vanessa. Oh, hi. I'm sorry to bother you. I got your number from your mom's contacts. She paused. I wanted to check on you. That was intense. Yeah? Are you okay? Honestly? No idea. Fair enough. I heard ice clinking in a glass. Can I tell you something? That thing I mentioned at dinner? About your mom and her sister? Yeah? Your mom was the Kaya, the favorite, the golden child. Her sister was the Trinity, invisible, responsible, forgotten. Vanessa's voice softened. Her sister cut contact 20 years ago, moved to Oregon. Your mom hasn't spoken to her since. My chest tightened. Why are you telling me this? Because history repeats itself, and because your mom knows exactly what she's doing to you. She lived it from the other side. Vanessa sighed. I'm not excusing what Kaya did, but Anne created this dynamic. She chose a favorite. She made you compete for crumbs. So what do I do? Whatever you need to do to survive, even if that means walking away. We talked for 10 more minutes. She gave me her sister's number, a therapist who specialized in family trauma, told me to call anytime. When I hung up, Eliana was watching me. What? You're not going back, are you? To their house? No. Good. You can stay here as long as you need. El, I mean it. My couch is your couch. My wine is your wine. My Netflix password is your Netflix password. She grabbed my hand. You're not alone in this. I squeezed back. Thank you. We ordered pizza, watched true crime documentaries, pretended my phone wasn't exploding with messages. Around midnight, a new text came through. Riley. Riley. Can we talk? Please? I stared at it. Don't, Eliana said. I'm not going to. But curiosity won. I opened the thread. Riley. I didn't know. I swear to God, Trinity. Kaya told me you knew about us, that you'd moved on, that you were okay with it. Riley. I know that sounds stupid. I know I should have asked you directly, but I wanted to believe her. Riley. I'm sorry. For all of it. For cheating. For lying. For being too much of a coward to face what I did. Riley. The wedding's off. I can't marry someone who lied about something that big, who manipulated both of us. Riley. I know you probably hate me. You should. But I needed you to know. I'm sorry. I read it 3 times. What's he saying? Eliana asked. That he's sorry, that Kaya lied to him too, that the wedding's off. Do you believe him? Does it matter? Kind of. I set my phone down. He's sorry he got caught, sorry his life imploded. But is he sorry for what he actually did? I don't think he even knows. Are you going to respond? No, he doesn't deserve my forgiveness or my anger. He just deserves nothing. Eliana raised her glass to giving people exactly what they deserve. We clinked glasses. My phone buzzed again. Kaya, this time. Kaya, you destroyed my life. I hope you know that. Riley's gone. Mom won't stop crying. Dad won't even look at me. Everyone at the shower is talking about what a slut I am. Kaya, this is all your fault. You couldn't just let it go. You had to make everything about you. Kaya, I'm pregnant and alone because of you. I hope you're happy. I read it out loud to Eliana. Wow, still playing victim. Always. I typed a response, deleted it, typed another, finally settled on, you're alone because of your choices, not mine. Sent. Blocked her number, blocked Riley's, blocked Mom's, blocked Dad's. There, I said. Done. How does it feel? Like jumping off a cliff. I looked at Eliana. Terrifying, but also kind of free. She smiled. Free is good. We stayed up until 3 a.m., talking, laughing, planning my next steps, find a new apartment, set boundaries with my family, start therapy, focus on work, build a life that was mine, not my parents', not Kaya's, mine. When I finally fell asleep on Eliana's couch, I dreamed of fire, of bridges burning, of walking away from the flames without looking back. And for the first time in 3 years, I slept through the night. The nursery sat empty when I went back for my things. Not empty of furniture, the crib was still there, the changing table, the rocking chair, but empty of life, of hope. The door stood open like a mouth mid scream. Mom wasn't home. Dad's car was gone too. Good. I walked through the house one last time, looked at the family photos on the walls. Me and Kaya as kids, Christmas mornings, vacations, all of us smiling like we meant it. Maybe we did once. I packed the last boxes from the garage, my trophies, my journals, the pieces of myself they'd tried to throw away. Trinity? I turned. Kaya stood in the doorway. No makeup, hair in a messy bun. She looked smaller somehow. What are you doing here? I asked. I live here, moved back last week. She touched her stomach. Bigger now, more real. Riley's lawyer called. He wants a paternity test. Does he think it's not his? No, he just wants documentation for custody stuff. She laughed hollow. Turns out he doesn't trust me anymore. Can't imagine why. I taped up another box, said nothing. Mom and Dad aren't speaking to me, she continued. Well, Mom speaks. She just doesn't say anything nice. Lots of how could you and what were you thinking and you've embarrassed this family. Sounds familiar. Yeah, I guess it does. She stepped into the garage. Trinity, I don't. You don't even know what I was going to say. You were going to apologize. Again, and I don't want to hear it. I looked at her. You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught. There's a difference. That's not true. Isn't it? I picked up a box. You said it yourself at the shower. You slept with Riley because you could. Because you wanted to win. Those were your words, Kaya. Not mine. She wrapped her arms around herself. I was angry. I didn't mean, yes, you did. That's the thing about anger. It makes people honest. I carried the box to my car, came back for another. You meant every word. You just didn't mean for me to hear them. So what now? We just never speak again? I don't know. Maybe. He's your nephew. She touched her stomach again. Or niece. Don't you want to know them? I want a lot of things. Doesn't mean I get them. I loaded the last box, closed the trunk. Kaya followed me to the driver's side. I really am sorry. For what it's worth. It's worth nothing. But thanks anyway. I got in the car. She grabbed the door before I could close it. Trinity, please. I know I fucked up. I know I hurt you. But you're my sister. You're the only sister I have. Then you should have treated me like one. I pulled the door closed, started the engine. She stood there in the driveway, one hand on her stomach, watching me leave. I didn't look back. My new apartment was small, one bedroom, kitchen barely big enough for two people, but it was mine. Eliana helped me unpack. Vanessa brought a housewarming plant. A coworker named April showed up with wine and asked if I wanted to get dinner sometime. Like a date? I asked. If you want it to be. I looked at her, really looked. Dark hair, easy smile, no baggage I knew about yet. Yeah, I said. I like that. She grinned. Cool. Friday? Friday. After everyone left, I stood in my empty living room. Boxes everywhere, my trophies lined up on the bookshelf, my journals stacked on the coffee table. My phone buzzed. Dad. Dad. Your mother wants to know if you'll come to Sunday dinner. Kaya won't be there. I stared at the message, typed, no, deleted it, typed, I need time, deleted that too. Finally settled on, I'll think about it. Sent. He replied immediately. That's all we ask. But it wasn't all they asked. They'd asked me to be invisible, to keep secrets, to sacrifice myself for Kaya's comfort, to smile through the pain, and I'd done it. For years, not anymore. I opened my laptop, started typing. My name is Trinity. I'm 27 years old. For most of my life, I've been the forgotten daughter, the responsible one, the one who kept the peace. But peace isn't worth the price I paid for it. I wrote for 2 hours, wrote about Kaya, about Riley, about mom and dad and the nursery and the baby shower, about revenge and consequences and the cost of truth. When I finished, I read it back. Every word, raw and honest and mine. I posted it to Reddit. Throwaway account, changed the names, but kept the truth. The responses came fast. NTA, your sister had it coming. This is the most satisfying revenge story I've ever read. I hope you're doing okay. That took courage. I closed the laptop, looked around my apartment, at the life I was building from scratch. My phone buzzed again. Eliana. Eliana. Proud of you. Love you. You're going to be okay. I smiled. Me. I know. And I did know. Not because everything was fixed, not because my family suddenly understood, not because Kaya had learned her lesson, or Riley had grown a conscience, or mom had apologized, but because I'd stopped waiting for them to change. I'd changed instead. I walked to the window, looked out at the city, at the lights and the traffic and the endless possibility of a life that was entirely my own. Somewhere across town, Kaya was probably crying. Mom was probably planning how to fix this. Dad was probably avoiding the whole thing. And I was here, free, lighter, clean. I'd burned the bridge they made me walk alone on. And I wasn't sorry, not even a little bit.